Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back. Another day, another lift. Today is upper B day, and today's gonna be back focus. Now, the machine I've been doing, that upper row, I saw this one black guy, and he looked massive. And he was doing 4 plates on each side, and he was kind of like, I'll show you all the back movement I do. It's gonna be my first exercise, but if y'all been following, then you know that back movement's like superior. It's called an extreme row prime machine, and I low-key might adjust the settings a little bit, and I might try a different grip. I might try neutral grip instead of a supinated grip, which is the, this neutral grip is this one. Supinated and pronated grip, or pronated grip is this one. I'm gonna be using a neutral grip, but yeah. But yeah, man. What do you call? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, Lilani, if you're still watching, if you're keeping up, I know it's been a minute since I've seen you or talked to you, but I'm just hoping, no matter what, the gym will always be there, and just keep up the grind, keep pushing. Because lately I'm saying that to myself, because I did low-key end up eating a little bit. Like I said, I had a cheat meal like a couple days ago, but honestly, it's like, I felt, honestly, like, this bulk is freaking hitting. Like, now, like, I feel chubbier a little bit. I feel, bulked up, that bulky muscle. Oh, I hate when people say low reps for bulky muscles and then higher repetitions for toning the muscle. Like, all right, whatever, man. And then I see, now I've been seeing people say short people shouldn't even look like, they want to look like Trent twins, or like short people shouldn't even have muscles because they look like a warped human. I don't know what I heard, but I mean, hey, to each their own. If you're trying to chase after a lean physique, then all you gotta do is cut. But if you're actually trying to have mass, then you have to embrace the bulk a little bit. So my goals are different than someone else's, but at the end of the day, it's how, if you want to look a certain way, how you want to look, that's fine. But don't judge someone else based off their own goals. Like, if someone wants to look big and short, then they'll go ahead, And then I have people arguing about how, like, I'd rather have more muscle. Like, people have it easier when they're shorter, building muscle on their frame, than they're taller, bro. At the end of the day, that's bullshit. Again, sorry for the cursing, but at the end of the day, bro, to each their own. I'd rather be a little bit taller and sacrifice some muscle right now, low-key. That would be me personally. Because I know when you're taller, it is harder to have more muscle frame in a shorter amount of time, but in the longer run, taller people will just look bigger and more jacked, more muscular. They're 100%. After the shorter people's 100% will be more than the shorter person. You feel what I'm saying? So obviously, for a shorter guy, they'll still put on a lot of muscle, or like they'll look, the placebo effect, or not even placebo, but just when it comes to just weight. Like, if you see a 165-pound short person compared to a tall person, the 165 short person and they're both 10% body fat, the shorter person will look like they have more muscle. But at the end of the day, if a taller guy ends up, like, becoming bigger, they'll just end up look like they have more muscle mass, and they're freaking taller. At the end of the day, you're freaking taller, all right? So to the short kings out there, all we got is freaking the gym, all right? But to the tall guys, you got your height, you know what I'm saying? But hey, to each their own. I mean, when I compare a 200-pound lean tall guy to a 200-pound freaking short guy, the 200-pound lean tall guy is gonna freaking outmog the hell out of that short guy. First of all, you're freaking tall, and if you look 200 pounds lean tall, bro, oh my freaking god, you're just looking massive. But hey, that's my thoughts. But hey, at the end of the day, like, arguing about it is just stupid. Like, it's gonna go nowhere, because if you're taller, obviously you're gonna vote for you're gonna be on the taller. You're gonna be like, no, your shorter guys have it easier. And if you're shorter, you're gonna be like, oh no, the taller guys have it easier. So I mean, to each their own. You're gonna be stubborn to your own genetics and to your own appeal. But honestly, it's just a bunch of stupid nuance that's unnecessary. Yeah. But let's lock in here. Also use wristing also for nuance. This is kind of new. I mean, it's not even nuance. It's like, you should be using lifting straps every time you do back day. And people say, oh, but you need forearm activation. Bro, just hit your forearms directly by doing forearm. Speaking of forearm workout, I'm going to show you guys the Eugene extensions, or I found it online. People calling it eugenic extensions. But there's a guy named Eugene. He's a very famous bodybuilder, and he's obviously retired now, but he's been doing bodybuilding for how many plus 10 years. But yeah. I'm gonna definitely try that. It's like a cable wrist curl, but like a different type of variation of it. And yeah, wearing the same outfit as I did yesterday. Still good upload leg day, and that's it about my rant. And just keep at it, bro. Your dreams are gonna fade away as you get older, because you're gonna have more priorities over everything. So keep chasing after what you have right now. Whatever you want to accomplish in this life, you gotta do it, bro. before jobs come in, before employment. You can't be unemployment's final boss anymore. You just gotta just lock in on whatever. You know, the gym will always be there, so the gym will never leave you. But the only thing is if you leave the gym, all right, that's it. At the end of the day, it's you versus you, and whatever habits, routines, at the end of the day, or whatever hobbies, don't let that shit go. All right, whatever you're passionate about, because at the end of the day, that's what people wanna, you strive for. All right, and lock in on those hobbies and passions, and just never, what do you call it? Never fail in your own mind, and what do you call it? And like, there's gonna be a moment where it's like there's someone talented, or even someone who's not as talented but is more hardworking than you. There's gonna become a point where it's like someone's gonna say, "Man, you almost had it, bro. I feel like you had it in your past, like your prime age. You almost had it, but you knew when you were in that prime age or whatever, you knew like you ended up making your own excuse. That ended up you made your own excuse that ended up making you freaking not accomplish your goals. Sorry for starting a little bit, because I'm low-key on like 400 milligrams of caffeine, and yeah, I don't know, I'm like freaking super ADHD right now. But again, don't blame yourself, all right, and don't blame others, and don't be like, man, I wish I did something else, shit like that. But let's just lock in here. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just yapping to yap at this point, but I wanted to be motivational, but I had some quote in my mind and I literally forgot it as soon as I was gonna say it. That's why I freaking started stuttering. But yeah, let's lock in for back there. All right, enough yapping. Holy shit. Yo, oh my god, I can't lie, guys. I'm recording this right now, and this lift was literally like so long ago. I'm already doing my lower net day, and I didn't even record my lower C day, and this is my lower B. It's been like 4 days, guys. I'm not gonna lie, with the rest day, so it's like 5. But I haven't recorded for the first time ever. What the hell? I'm getting a message. All right, whatever. Back to the video. God damn it. But basically, I haven't recorded for the first time because I actually fixed my sleep schedule. I literally went to the gym on a Monday at 5:00 p.m. and it was so busy, but all the equipment was still free. Like, it's not one of those freaking TikTok videos where like there's like 3 broccoli heads on a bench press. This gym, surprisingly, even during like the busiest time, it's not like you still get every machine available. I mean, maybe like some machines, like sure maybe the bench press or whatever it is, the chest fly, whatever it is, for people chest day, since Monday chest day, the whole stigma. And honestly, I mean, that's the only thing that is like busy. But besides that, let's go back to this upper B. Freaking dude, it's been good, man. These lifts have been so good. Again, people are going back to upper lower was like such a big thing last year. Now this year, people are now saying that if you do 2 times frequency, as long as you can do push pull legs, you can do whatever split it is. Honestly, at the end of the day, the only thing I would say is any split can work as long as you make it to where you can recover with your volume. So push pull legs will work. Anything that's 2 times, so you hit twice a week, anything will work. But you're gonna have to adjust the volume majorly. And if I did push pull legs, max I would have to do like two. I could probably do like 2 sets for 1 per exercise. 1 muscle part per exercise. So like suppose it's like a push day, right? On a push day there's what, back, biceps, and forearms or something, right? I would probably put up forearms. And on that pull day, I would probably end up doing like 1 upper back exercise, 1 lat exercise, and then like 1 forearm exercise. That's how I would probably do it. Cause I, in my opinion, when I used to do bro split, I even did push pull legs for a little bit. After I was going through my freaking phase where I was like, all right, what do I actually do here? What will work? And by the way, this lat pull down, this is what you need. This is the form. Honestly, partials, I know some people say partials you don't do, but dude, lat pull down partials, in my opinion, it just hits the lats more. I like for the last set, I just do partials. I know people say, oh, but you're fatiguing your body. Like, oh my god, you're fatiguing your system for your next sets, bro. I don't think it's that deep. As long as you're progressing in your lifts, then you're doing fine. All right. And I don't preach partials for every single exercise. Like this exercise, I can't get partials on this exercise. There's no way, because this exercise doesn't allow me to get partials, because this specific exercise, like when I get full ROM, I'm already taxed. Like if I try to do one partial, sure, but I'm not doing like, see, like right there, if I try to do another partial, there's no need. Like I'm probably gonna injure myself if I try to go for a partial here. So it's all dependent on the exercise. It's all dependent on the muscle group. So like for lateral raises, yes, partials are good. For lat pull downs, partials are good. For lying hamstring curls, partials are good. For forearm ab workouts, sure, do partials, but it depends on the exercise. It depends on the movement, right? That's what I think partials can be like, beneficial. But in my opinion, drop sets and supersets and stuff are not needed. Because at the end of the day, like if you implement a drop set to a routine, I think the only time you need to implement a drop set if you don't do enough sets. Suppose I get maybe I'd say like 3 sets, even though some people say 3 sets is enough. 3 sets if you get for any exercise, I'd say okay, you can do a drop set there and try to get 2 more reps or something. Like right here, see? I did a drop set because I realized, okay, I literally only got 2 reps. So I was like, okay, here I can actually do a drop set because the weight is too heavy. Because this is, by the way, this is an exercise I'm testing right now. And oh my God, my triceps are like, I've never got so much stimulus from an exercise compared to this. You all need to try this overhead. And I'm using this grip because honestly, it felt pretty good compared to like just flat bar or like flat easy bar or flat bar. This grip felt good. And I had to do lighter weight for this grip for sure. But yeah, just testing new things out, and this is how I set it up, and if you feel like this exercise low-key, like I probably can't do it on a busy day for the gym. Like this is the type of exercise where like, okay, if the gym is free, I'm doing this exercise, so I have to figure that out, because this is the type of workouts like, okay, I'm not gonna do this around other people because I'll just feel embarrassed low-key, and I'm taking up so much space. But hey, it is what it is. I'll figure something out, but depending on the time I go, right? But yeah, so back to this, I do 150 pounds, and the stack is pretty light compared to other stacks, because it's like it goes up by like 10-pound increments, and it just like it goes like 10, 20, 30, 40. So you get that. Oh yeah, I also end up doing this hammer curl variation. Now, honestly, I low-key don't feel my biceps that much on this. I think I'm taking this out of the I'm gonna probably go back to preacher curl, or maybe even do regular bicep curls. Because even after this, I low-key just did like normal preacher curl. Because this, I don't know. I just didn't feel it. I already have a hammer variation where I do preacher hammer variation, which I did on my upper arm, like my upper C day, my arm focus day. Which that oh my God, I've been progressing fast on that, and it's easier to progress on. And it like my biceps are like anything that's in the descending profile, so like the end range of a bicep, that's what you want. So that preacher curl prime machine, it has a descending profile. So I put the plates on the end range. That's a descending, which is like the last bit of the arm. The arm movement is when you get the most stimulus. So like for biceps, right? Anything like the end range, when you go for the eccentric and you're on the bottom and you push up on that bottom portion, that's and you feel it on that bottom portion, that's a descending profile. Okay, the prime machine, like I said, and if you've seen my other videos, you can put the plate and it says it, okay, end range, mid range, beginning range, and I put it on the end range so I can have a descending profile for biceps, because you want that to get the most maximum growth, as research and studies have said. But honestly, do what you want. At the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. Just do a normal bicep curl. Just consistency at the end of the day outweighs everything else in the gym. That's what I've learned. But hey, trying new shit, becoming a better lifter, like trying okay, maybe like when I was doing a bro split and hitting the gym every day, maybe that's not good for recovery because I felt fatigued and stuff. So to each their own, and you try new shit, and you test things out, because an open-minded lifter will always make more gains than a stubborn lifter. Okay. And yeah, I went through many things. What else do I need to go over? But yeah, also did this, and oh yeah, unilateral movements I ended up doing at the end. The only unilateral movement I have for right now is this. I might switch it up later on in my routine. Honestly, I might go back to push-pull, up or lower. I might try new splits. I might try different things. But for now, I'm going to keep it consistent until it's probably summer and see things how it's going. If I'm progressing on every lift, that's how you know I'm making muscle gains. I'm making growth. So we'll see. Still embracing that body dysmorphia, because I am getting a little bit fatter. I do feel fatter, but I know with this fat, I'm building more muscle over time. And I've been seeing a bunch of teens benching more than me. But it is what it is. They started earlier. That was just my fault. That's my lazy ass not freaking optimizing my capabilities when I was younger. But at the end of the day, if you are young, bro, trust me, start now, okay? And bodybuilding will become a habit. Just give it 3 months, and oh my God, bodybuilding will always be with you. Okay, this is the Eugene extensions I was talking about. I do better form here. I still need to work on it. As you can see, my shoulders are kind of like I was using. I need to like sit like stand more back and not allow my shoulders to like go up. Just my form activation, but I still felt it a lot. This y'all need to try for your upper forms. This, oh my god, I've never felt a burn like this. So try that for sure and see how it goes. But I'll catch y'all later. Peace. And that is all she wrote. I'm not gonna lie, today was freaking exhausting. It's been so long since I haven't gotten good sleep. And today was one of those days where I just like, dude, the caffeine, bro. You know when y'all no sleep and you take like 400 milligrams of caffeine, like you're still awake, but your body, you're just mentally tired. I don't know, my brain was just tired, bro. So, I mean, it is what it is. But let's just go over bicep curls. I don't know. I might switch off hammer curls. I don't really like hammer curl variation. I can't lie. I don't know. I might just do preacher, bro. I might just do preacher hammer variation just to target, just to have a neutral grip. You don't need to do it. You can just do supinated grip, just normal bicep curls. Any curl can work because as long as you're moving your arm up and down, bro, that's it for the biceps. There's no fucking like, oh, lengthen, shorten position. Just make sure like when you go for the eccentric, you just have to have 70% flexion. You don't gotta have full flexion. There's studies that show as long as it's like 70%. I like to do full, just I don't know, I like to feel the full contraction, but that's just me. You don't gotta do that to get like maximize your gains for your biceps for them to grow. But yeah, what do you call it? So yeah, any preacher curl, any Bayesian curl, any whatever curl you want to do, even if it's just a normal standing curl, bro. Do whatever you want, whatever you have fun with. But hammer curl seated, I don't really fuck with those. I can't lie. I'm just gonna do preacher and hammer variation preacher, and I'll figure out one more. I think I might implement Bayesian again, low key. I might just do Bayesian, hammer or Bayesian cable curls. I think I want to implement cable curls, for sure. I'll test that out. Tricep is, dude, that tricep. Oh my god, I have to do 10 pounds lighter, because that V bar, bro, really got the stretch today. I really focused on my form and got that down. So a lot of strength training. Also like. For your quads, by the way, like people, this is the last thing. Yes, getting more ROM is good, but is it like to maximize your gains? You don't really need to do full ROM. You can do like half and still get quad, maximize your quad growth. But just full ROM will first of all protect you from injury, especially. And when your ROM gets better, that's also a strength. Like that's also a form of progressive overloading and maximizing your strength. Because when you get more ROM, I think you do benefit a little bit more than compared to like Ryan Jewers, right? He goes like, obviously he has like a whole flexibility. His joint can't do a certain type of like, it can't bend that much, but he gets like, it's like he's nerfed in a good way because he still gets a lot of quad flexion without, you know, lowering his back or lowering his lower back or like, you know, preventing injury because his knee can't flex like super outward. But I look at him for like any quad movement, especially. But you don't need to do full ROM, but make sure like at least you go like half or like 90 degrees, at least a little bit past it for your squats or any type of quad movement. But in my opinion, I like to do full ROM, and I'm just gonna get stronger at full ROM. I'm gonna keep it for like my range of motion because I know I can get deep stretch. I know I'm pretty flexible, so why not optimize that? And people who end up doing like, you know, full ROM, they end up having bigger quads because they, you know, really focus on that lengthening that quad movement. But at the end of the day, if you're not that flexible, you can get more flexible at the end of the day because there are older people like Elijah Mundy. He was training like older people, and they did strength, like they progressive overload in their ROM, and that's also progressive overloading in your ROM, and that increases your strength, like long term wise, and it's just injury prevention especially. And you know, do what you want, but as long as you do good squat form, and yeah, as long as you don't lower your back too much, and you can look up so many videos on how to do squats. Honestly, you just gotta do it. You just gotta keep doing it. But I wouldn't recommend barbell. I wouldn't recommend Smith squats. But that's it for that because I saw a video on that, and I was like, all right, that's it for ROM, because you'll still get enough motor unit recruitment even if you don't go full ROM. But just figure it out, and I would say, you know, try to get your knees over your toes flexion and figure out whatever stance works for you. But quads are a difficult muscle. That's what I'm talking about right now. Mine, I figured out I like to do the JPG stance where I just like do narrow stance. I used to do wider stance, but it's not optimal for me. I like to do narrow and keep my quads a little bit tucked because like the more narrow your stance, the more quad activation you get instead of your hip adductions coming in the way. But I mean, to each their own. You can still big people who squat heavy have big quads. So at the end of the day, progressive overload on your squats. And yeah, man, I've been seeing a lot of young guys, man, just huge, man, and I'm already 21. But we'll see, man. This year, I really want to progress on this everything. I want to get huge, bro. And hopefully this, I can PR 2.5 pounds up every single lift, and or like reps, one more rep up every single lift or every other session. But always try to implement, always try to progress on that. And today, I fricked up because I didn't get enough sleep, but that's on me. That's it. That's something I need to work on myself, But again, I'm human. I can't get freaking enough sleep every single goddamn day. Today, I just had to wake up for prayer, and I was gaming. So, another hobby, gaming addiction. But I do want to freaking get good at a game again, because that's also my passion, So while doing homework, so again, school too. But again, excuses, excuses, excuses. If you make an excuse at that specific moment, that specific timeline, that specific, whatever you're feeling, whatever emotion, and you decide to make an excuse or blame yourself, you already failed. All right. So, and when you fail, learn that, take that as a lesson, and make it to the next time. And that specific moment, that specific feeling, that specific time, whatever it is, you make the right decision. You make, okay, will this be beneficial for my upcoming events, obstacles, or perseverance, your goals. But yeah, that's about it. Love y'all, and stay consistent, stay on the grind. All right. And yeah, man, man, I just want to get stronger, bro. I can't lie, like dead ass. But man, I saw this 22-year-old too. This is the last thing, sorry. I saw this 22-year-old be like, man, my stats are not good, and he's benching like 405 or 465, like freaking shoulder pressing 3 plates under 25 and squats 616. And this guy's like, man, like compared to others, like I can't lift a torch, brother. Like 0.0001% of people are doing what you're doing. But it depends on your goals. If you're trying to become the number one, then I guess that's true. But at the end of the day, your comparison is the thief of joy. Everyone knows that, and just lock in on your own progress. It's you versus you, and whatever you can accomplish, you try your best and do your best. All right, and you'll be successful. All right, just strive for greatness. Peace out.